with this one right here, Dutchavelli, Jason Bourne. You got with Dutchavelli, and you got with the Bourne Jason. You got the Bourne Jason, and, especially with Jason, the Jason Bourne, with this whole thing coming into it, and this whole other occlusion to it, and especially with Dutchavelli, him, just putting his whole little mix on it and all that other stuff, and him, having his whole maintainable thing, like you got his whole thing coming into the clocks, like all those other things, but you got with the Jason Bourne, like, and him just coming with a whole pomatic, like he got a whole thing just really reaching like for the whole thing, but you got what Bourne Jason Bourne, so, and with this whole other thing, especially with him coming into his whole other amphitic, I feel like it's got some amphitically like coming into the things.
It's fast, Bourne, baby.
Up your belly on me like I'm unknown deep, but I'm chasing Bourne. If you sometimes go to your head, back to your head, you won't be born. Yo. Up your belly on me like I'm unknown T, but I'm Jason Bourne. If you sometimes go to your head, bam, you're dead, you won't respawn. I was in the band, no, that's flying out bricks. Had to put it on pause. Broski said there's a small violation. Jumped out the whip, started flying out corn.
We said jump out the whip. It was a violation. He feels like he was the unknown T, with the just the import and the abortions. Like he said, jumped out the whip. It was another accordipism. Like he just coming with the whole like filaments. Like he said, jump out the whip. He feel like he was conclusion. And then the whole violation like. Violated, like you violated the penis, like the way he just putting his whole thing, like he's putting another sentences to it, like he got another stalk it.
Bust what? Rude boy, you must be watching porn. 32 shots in the scorpion clip. You don't wanna feel Satan scorn. The bro said that your block's been gone for a minute. Don't worry, I'll make it warm. Watch out, skid by the corner and crash this whip. I'ma shake the floor. Ayy, pussy, your friend got bullet. He ain't spam back on the block since 10. Know that beef with the gang's intense. You're a real athlete, how you hold that fence. Meant see how your boy got drenched. How come he done famous? Then gangster ain't making sense. Think that he wanna be 50 Cent. Think that he wanna be trust. Think that he wanna be Curtis. Lord of this 9x 19 13 times. Let's see if it's working. Man, sleep through the back with two. That fence meant see how your boy got drenched. How come he done famous? Then gangster ain't making sense. Think that he wanna be 50 Cent. Think that he wanna be trust. Think that he wanna be Curtis. Lord of this 9x 19 13 times. Let's see if it's working. Man, sleep through the back with two in the gang. Put 10 in his back, that's Sterling. See how I whip this white girl, same way I whip this German. What goes up?
Oh, see how I whipped this wagon. It's a German. It's coming from a German. The whole thing. Like he just put another whole another thing. Like he just coming with the whole to the whole misses. Like he said, watch how I whipped this wagon. Like he was from the Germans. Like you got the whole thing just really with another pattern is. Like he's just coming with another scatter this to another matter this. Like he said, whip that jerkin into a wagon, made it look like it was from, German to the whole thing. Like he gotta just really floating through, like, his floating, his misses and his the standards. Like he got the standards and all those other, like clients.
Up, must come down, like the war in Berlin. Last year I made $500,000, little nigga was so determined. I jumped off the porch, got the phone line twerking. I was putting out working, yeah. Feeling froggy then leap like Kermit. I slide round there in person, belly. Up block belly on me like I'm unknown T, but I'm Jason Bourne. If you sometimes go to your head, bam, you're dead, you won't respawn. I was in the band, no, that's flying out bricks. Had to put it on pause. Broski said there's a small violation. One by one or two by two, this bring your whole crew, they could all get bullied. Them man there were raised like us, probably why they soft like cushions. Stop talking gangster, everyone.
The whole thing, how we just went to a whole nother thing, like he didn't made it to another lamb thing, like he just oof, the way he just turned that, it was like a transformed. A transformer. Like he said the way these guys is like the way the guys is coming here to coming there. You know, they came from hard to soft. Like two, you know, you got two divisions. Like you got two off sisters. Like two divisions of two people. You know, you got the one person, you got the next person. So it's like got left and right. You know, but he said, you know, they went from left to right.
Gangster till the life get tooken. Homeboy got shot and turned to the feds when he knows he shouldn't. Smokey got the drop from cons. He's doing up road in his ones. I don't know how. Didn't really get smoked. He should have got turned to runs. Certain man they still ain't return my call. They got some outstanding funds. You don't want me pulling up outside mums. I don't throw kicks like a Shaolin monk. Finesse me or you fucking dumb. Fireman walked in with 2 sticks and you know he ain't playing a drum. Meet me at the Metro Dome. Bad bitch in his Sailor Run. She want come through so I made her come. Show me how you shake that bum. She ain't greedy, I'ma break off some belly. Up block belly on me like I'm unknown T, but I'm Jason Bourne. If these dum-dums go to your head, fam, you're dead. You won't respawn. I was in the band, no, that's flying out bricks. Had to put it on pause. Broski said there's a small violation. Jumped out the wind, started flying out. Up block belly on me like I'm unknown T, but I'm Jason Bourne. If these dum-dums go to your head, fam, you're dead. You won't respawn. Yo.
Oosh, this with the whole thing, how he said jump out the whip, you know, it was in portion to the whole thing, how he just made it go, and he was just filling in different things, you know. How about the scoreboard, you know, it's crazy how these boys, they turn into so real, and then they talking to, you know, the whole Mickey Mouse, like, hey, that's a Mickey Mouse game. Like, you got the whole thing, like, it's, you know, from real to, you know, breaking the soil. Like, it's just, hey, but he said like, just like a Jason Moore, like coming with the whole thing, like Jason Moore and the whole other picky line. Like, it's, you know, you got the picky line to it, and him just putting this whole reflectable to it, and him, you know, just going in. Like he said, you know, he didn't broke the whole true religions thing. Like he said, you know, he didn't violated the thing, and he was just up in different things, like he said, you know, and the whole Maybach. But you got with the Jason Bourne, you know, especially with him coming into his whole thing, and him just another fistic one. And you know, all the ones he got, they just be going different artistic. Like he got a different artistic to it. So it's like this one right here really took off with the Jason Bourne. But you got to like this one, give it a like, give it a comment, and you know, with this whole other just 60